'Cause the Lion of Judah reigns.
Yes, give thanks. Rastafari is Selassie the first. None before, none after, none to come. I said I, Rastafari. Yeah, man. Sometimes we want to talk about certain things, but there are certain things that we really want to talk about. Is when money come amongst I and I family. Because most of I and I, within the early days, there was no money amongst us. Because the system would not employ us. The system did not accept us. There was no job, there was no nothing for I and I. But all I and I have to do is farm. Go out bush, go plant food. And sometimes them would even buy the food from we neither. Them would have more come and rob it. Some of our brethren get killed in those processes too. And a lot of ones would rise up now and say, the elders or the ancient before never do nothing for Rasta. But there was nothing there for them to do more than to educate the one them about themselves, them true self. That's all. Because they was captivated by the system and was ruled by the system, educated by the system, while I and I was inspired by the Irish of Rastafari. Our education was different from them. They would not give us any job. They would more kill I and I people. And yet still, a lot of ones come up now and achieve material things. I talk about Rasta brethren now. And they would criticize the ancient them that pave way for them to be here today. Wearing locks. I want to talk about locks. Do you know that in the early days when you put on locks, you sign your death warrant. Your mother and your father first forsake you. Your sister and your brother. Your uncle, your auntie, your friend. So that was a death warrant you sign when you start to put on locks. And now, those brethren have made so much sacrifice. Some lose them life. Some struggle, suffer, pass away, and never see the glory. And now, a lot of one come and capitalize on the same words of those same dirty, stinking, nasty, lying Rasta and become millionaires and achieve thousands of dollars. And they would still drive past those ancient on the road with the same crocus bag over them back and come from bush. And they would even check on them to see if them are alright. So I have a little saying where I would say, when money come through the door, God jump through the window. Because money become their God. That's why the Rastaman rise up and say, call money God. And then we can see on the American dollar, in God we trust. So we see say money become their God. Even when you hear them say Rastafari, it's not really Rastafari, it's the money. Because if them really go through some tribulation and some persecution, without the money they are still hold on upon Rastafari. Like what the ancient them who was even before I go through, they would have turned back long time. Now you can wear locks and go and get a job anywhere. You can wear locks and go to school. Even though there's still some little barriers that they see we are some little fighter that they see we are, who still a black out the one them who put on locks. But even though they put on locks, they were forced to make those locks become pretty locks. And in our time, there was no such thing as pretty locks, or style locks, or fashion locks, or hairdressing parlor locks, or dye locks. No. Every man locks look different. And we would always say, if you see two men and them locks stay the same way, one of them on a rasta. Because there is no style in Rasta. Because every style spoil after a while. And every man have them own identity. But now we see some of our brethren and sisters running out, women out of hairdressing parlor to get their hair done. The same dirty stinking nasty Rasta, you know. What a thing, I tell you. Yeah, but we give thanks. We give thanks still, because you have now. You see the Stylax? Sometimes the system don't know we're different, you know. So it still open a little way for we. Because if you look at the rich man children, they are wearing locks. And they are coming to Rasta function. So the police, if you read, you would have buck up on the Prime Minister's son. And him no really want to beat the Prime Minister's son. So it still help. I in certain way to keep them off. So we now lick the man with them Stylax. But we just say, when it come to Rastafari, Haile Selassie tried. There's no such thing as Stylax. When a man would have part out him locks, I now call them Lucifer. Call them loose it out. And you loose out the antenna. Because your antenna, you know, yeah, and you burst out the connection. So there's no connection there. So most of them wonder when them locks reach certain way, it a go drop off. And if you not drop off, them have to go tight up. Which I know that when you reach certain ancient in yourself, locks are go shed. Yeah, we realize that. But all I am saying, just remember the foundation. Remember the one them that paved the way. Press on the eject button, rewind, come again. Remember, so these are the same people one who did scan, who did eat them, who never want to see them. And these are the same people now. And I'm talking to the same brethren them say, be careful and remember the journey what you are on. Don't make them rub butter upon your mouth. Don't make them soften you. Stand up. Because we see enough of our brethren them. A lick glass with all kind of people who use, abuse, refuse, aggress, don't press. I and I in the most way. Don't forget. And just give thanks to Rastafari, man, on the journey. And we give thanks to all of the one them who stand up within the Rastafari trad. Because I've been treading this trad for how many years? I've never seen so much weakness amongst the family until now. Where are the true revolutionists? Where are the true defender of this liberty? Come like all of the man and compromise. When we never have no money, when we never have no form of material things, we were more together. And now the material things come. You know what happened to us? We become independent. And because of our independence, you read them in a pen, you know, in a them pen. Me have my own house, me have my own car, me have my money, me have my woman, me pick in my land, me no need you. Me can't fence off, me independent. So everybody become self-centered and don't remember them brother or them sister who is struggling in this struggle. I am going to tell the item, say, today for you, tomorrow for them. The same man you see today and him not have it, tomorrow we have it. And the same man will have it, the next year see him and don't have it. That's all life is. It's a journey, it's a ups and down. Some will survive and some will not survive from their mistake that they make. So give thanks to the one that made the mistake, that you can observe and don't make that mistake because of what you have seen they have been through. So we give thanks. And we can go on and talk about when man have money, how them behave. Because here what happened to money now. Any fool can make money, but it take wise man to spend and keep it. So if you're the rich and you come back poor, there's a fool to money. We thought money riches, you know. So any man you see that have wealth of money and tomorrow he not have none, he was a fool to money. Because he make money have the power and not him have the power. And when you work for money, it's very hard to have money. You have to make money work for you. And when you have one, you have to make it be two. And when it be two, it become 4 and 6. So that's why when money leave a lot of man, them go right to the dogs. But never forget your liberty. Never forget your root. And never forget the people them who never did have it like how you never did have it. So we give thanks to the one them who can survive on this journey with money or without money. So the one with money who figured say him for prayer, I give thanks, watch it. And remember, always press the eject button, rewind and come again. And remember where you're coming from, where you are, and where you're going. If you don't know that, you don't know where you belong. Give thanks. Rastafari, one perfect love. I listen to the first. Live and reign.